Hey everyone, this is Ashton Bingham from Muse Themes. Today I'm going to share with you our academia theme. This is a really cool, sophisticated template with an education theme, and is perfect for any website centered around schooling, certificates, institutions, but still maintains a level of chic in many of its design elements. Here on our live demo homepage, we have a nice color palette that's easy on the eyes, with some awesome full-width hero imagery, including a nice touch of interactive movement as I move my mouse over these books. Down here we have some calls to action, including a newsletter sign-up, links to apply, and even some blog or article previews here on this side. And towards the bottom here we have a simple but stylish layout of social media links with some cool rollovers, and a simplified navigation on the bottom right. Speaking of navigation, let's click our hamburger icon here on the top to expand our menu. And we get this really slick lightbox overlay showcasing our menu and some social media links once again. The menu links even have some subtle movement incorporated on rollover, which is fun. I'll click over to our academics page. Here we have a grid type of layout using our flipping boxes widget, where you can break down content into categories or allow users to hyperlink to various pages or forums in your site. Let's switch over to admissions. We have a simple page here allowing users to easily access an application or any type of downloadable content you want. We also have a cool composition widget included with the click of this informational link over here. Over to news. Again, another mailing list sign-up followed by a really stylish design using an accordion widget. Each of these full-width sections have a cool rollover movement, and when clicked, expand a content area, providing lots of space for information. And lastly, on our contact page, we see no shortage of user engagement with another form, and then of course links down here for an email and directions. So let's dive right into Muse. This isn't an overly complicated project file to customize, but there are a variety of unique elements that users may not have seen before. So let's start with our master page. This theme only has one master, which contains all of the header navigation and footer content. Starting here on top, our menu for this theme, as you saw in the live demo, is contained inside a lightbox composition. To open this lightbox, you simply have to click this hamburger icon to select the composition, and then click the small blue icon to open the settings flyout panel. Down here, select the option to show lightbox parts while editing, and our menu will pop into view just like that. Now this green window here is our composition's target, and you can click a few times to select and edit any of the elements contained within. Now you'll notice our menu here is actually just text boxes, and that's important to keep in mind because you have to make changes to this menu manually. It won't function like a regular menu widget by automatically updating when you make changes to the site layout. Now another thing I want to point out, if I select this first text box of home, and I pop open my graphic styles panel, you'll see we have a graphic style of nav item applied. Now glancing over here to our left, we see a variety of state transitions widgets placed. These are what are providing those various rollover movements we saw in the live demo, and each one displays the graphic style that it's applied to. So this first one here you can see is giving us that rollover effect for the menu items in our lightbox. On our states menu, we can see the normal state is just this black text, but if we switch over to the rollover state, we get an orange text with a little bit of a larger letter spacing. And our state transitions widgets, if I open the panel for this first one, is what's applying the transition setting for the actual movement. So it's pretty cool. Now I'm going to close our lightbox from the composition settings panel. And we'll go ahead and jump back out to our plan view. Now let's click over to our home page. Here we can see some full-width imagery included, but if you look closely, you'll notice how the books are actually their own placed image. So back into our graphic styles panel, we have a style called book applied, which is also reflected here on one of the state transitions. That's what's giving us that side-to-side movement on rollover. Scrolling down a bit, we have a variety of full-width SVG files filling rectangles, and that's what's giving us these kind of half-split appearance. And you can find these files in the assets folder of the theme download, and you can make any changes that you want. Back out to our plan view, there's a few more elements I do want to point out. Let's jump over to our news page. Here is where we get this accordion layout that we saw in the live demo. And this comes set up and ready to go, and it's pretty easy to customize. If I click once anywhere on this accordion, you can see that I can select the accordion as a whole. but I can click again on any of the individual labels, and you can see everything expands for us automatically right here in Muse, allowing you to make changes to all the text and imagery that you want, and you can click the label again to compress it. Now let's check out our academics page. Our flipping boxes widget is incorporated 6 times here on this grid layout, but you can always feel free to add more or remove them. I think the easiest way to grow this page would be to simply copy and paste, but just make sure to create unique graphic styles for each box. And you can definitely find more detailed info on the tutorial for this particular widget. But as far as editing what's here, everything's already laid out neatly for you to customize. And if you've used this widget before, you know that each side of the box is created using a separate text box. And in this case, we have the front side laying here on top, and we have the back side sitting directly behind it. So you can make as many changes there as you want. We just recommend that you keep everything stacked neatly like so in order to avoid confusion with the other boxes and such. Now the last feature I want to point out is on our admissions page. I just want to point out our composition widget here for this informational link. I can select this composition like normal, open the settings panel, and we can see that Show Lightbox Parts While Editing is already checked, hence why it's visible now. But we also have the Hide All Initially option selected, which is what's keeping this hidden in the browser until the trigger is clicked. So that's our academia template, guys. We hope you guys have fun exploring this one. You also probably noticed we have our Instagram widget included on a subpage, and many opportunities for linking to content and engaging with users placed all throughout this theme. So we hope you enjoy it, and as always, please let us know if you run into any issues at all. Thanks again.